What's going on, Angelo family? In today's video, we're going to give you 5 reasons why you should get an MBA and 5 reasons why you shouldn't get an MBA. For those of you who are curious, my name is Angelo Carlos. I'm a UCLA MBA. UCLA is the #1 public school in the world, and in these past 2 years, I've generated over $1 million in revenue as a program manager. So I'm going to give you the 5 reasons of why you should get an MBA. Number 1 is career advancement. So MBAs can open the doors for higher level management, as well as executive positions, and it really accelerate your growth in your career and lead to significant salary increases. Most people I've realized within the MBA kind of sector who are executive vice presidents and VPs of companies, regional directors, a lot of them have a master's degree in business. Not to say that it's required to get to that level, but it just looks a lot more people look more highly upon you because you have that graduate degree. I've noticed when I got my MBA compared to when I didn't have an MBA, I was given more opportunities because people were more likely to trust me. Not because the MBA program taught me all these amazing skills, but more or less that they knew I went through a rigorous program. I've trained myself and have gone through something hard. So I've had bosses, VPs who did have masters or who had masters in different focuses rather than business, and they still did extremely well. But just know that an MBA, especially from a top school, from a great university, can open more doors for you. Like, people are more likely to see highly upon you if you graduate from Harvard Business School, Stanford GSB, or say like UCLA. And it helps. It helps. It won't be the determining factor, but it can definitely help put you in more better situations. Number 2 is there's great networking opportunities. So for me, going to UCLA, I have access to all the great networks I made at UCLA. A lot of CEOs, vice presidents, senior directors, CFOs, C-suite executives came from UCLA. Susan Wojcicki, MBA from UCLA, CEO of YouTube. I've also met the CEO of GoodRx, came to UCLA. All these people, alumni I've met from UCLA, it's a great partnership, and it's really kind of helped me progress my career. More so, we'll see later on down the road, but now if I ever do need an alumni to reach out, I do have those great networking opportunities with people who are from the UCLA family. So that's one great thing. Also have a lot of great professors who have done great things in the industry, venture capital, finance, investment banking. So I can reach out to them if I do need an introduction or if I have questions. So you do have great networking opportunities, not only with people who are kind of your executives, but also your classmates. A lot of great classmates I've worked with, people within Stanford healthcare, people who were founding engineers at Instagram, all these amazing people. You do have great networking opportunities with them. And that's only a few people I've met. Next, you get a great amount of skill development. So if you want to learn leadership, strategic thinking, problem solving, you get these experiences, especially within an MBA program. I've learned so much through case studies about how companies are doing certain events, certain things, and how we can pivot to make it more successful. So I've learned a lot through case studies, a lot of skill development, through strategy, problem solving, supply chain. I learned a lot about leadership, how to lead a team, how to admit when you're wrong, how to show when you're correct, how to do post-mortem when you do fail on a project. Also, I learned a ton about finance, marketing, operations, how to run things more efficiently, how to market your product, how to look at the financials behind something, and depending on whether or not we're doing good, we're doing bad, whatever it may be. So those are great things you do learn from your MBA program, a lot of skill development. And number 4, we have a career change. So if you're looking to switch careers, if you want to get into tech, if you want to get into banking, if you want to get into finance, an MBA is a great career switch because what you can do is you can network your way in. You have a lot of great alumni, a lot of people you work with who are in the industries you want to be in. So if you want to move into, say, finance, you can get an internship in banking, private equity, whatever it may be. You can move to something like tech. You can get an internship in product management because a lot of people within Amazon, they love product managers who have a business background. So look into those career changes. Also, you have a lot of classmates, professors, alumni of your university who are in that sector and are always willing to help out a fellow alumni, especially if you're going to a top MBA program. Next, you have entrepreneurial opportunities. The great thing about UCLA is that a lot of my classmates, they did try and become entrepreneurs after graduation. I just graduated a few months ago. I've seen a lot of classmates who are raising money from friends and family who have already have $400,000 in friends and family round because people feel that they're competent. They've worked great jobs within tech. Then they got an MBA from a top business school program. So that, okay, this individual is not just asking for money. They've done the hard things in life, and I trust them that even if this next venture fails, they're going to give their best effort. So you have great entrepreneurial opportunities. Schools like UCLA, they have venture accelerator programs where you can go through an accelerator, learn from the accelerator, market your product, ship it out, and kind of work on it. So those are great entrepreneurial opportunities, especially at these top MBA programs. So these are great ways for you to really kind of take in consideration whether or not you should get an MBA. Next, I'm going to go into the reasons why you shouldn't get an MBA. So we can't forget that MBAs are very high cost. I believe I paid almost $200,000 at UCLA for an MBA, but I was able to work hard, go into a full-time MBA or part-time MBA program where I had my school help paid for by the companies I was working for, but they are very expensive. I have a lot of friends who went into debt for the MBA, or about $200,000, $300,000 in debt because they had the MBA. Then they had the debt from undergrad, and they had living expenses, and you're not working. So it is very pricey and very expensive. Number two, there's a big time commitment. We always talk about there's an opportunity cost whenever you're going to do something, especially within an MBA. You're going to lose 2 years of working. So that 2 years of working, say you're making $200,000 before going to an MBA program, that's $400,000 that you're missing out on from working. Also, you're going to miss time that you could have been at your job, getting promoted, learning, meeting new people, or even starting a company because you're solely focused on school. So there's a huge time commitment associated with your master's in business. Number three, there's an uncertain return on investment. You kind of just have to hope and believe that what you're doing right now will pay dividend in the end. So what's the ROI? Will we do well in life? Will we do well after graduation? Will I get a job after this MBA program? For me, I knew going to a top MBA program like UCLA, I was going to get a job. It may not have been immediately. It may not have been right after school, but I knew I was going to get a job. Because I did a part-time program, I did have a job already, but I knew if I ever wanted to pivot, transfer, I will have the skills as well as a degree to show that I am competent, I can do well in this role. What do you need me to do? I am happy to just learn and grow. So there is an uncertain ROI. As with anything in life, nothing is ever promised. You still need to put the work in to be successful. You still need to have immense amount of faith to create your dream, whatever you want to build. So that uncertain ROI is there. But if you go to the top program, if you go to an okay program, whatever it may be, if you put the work in, things will work out. Number four, there is a work experience requirement. So many top MBA programs, you need to have work experience. I've seen a lot of my friends who had like 10 years of experience and they went back to the MBA program. But I've had friends who just went straight out of undergrad, or I have friends who have 1 or 2 years of experience. Because they're able to articulate themselves very well, they were able to just basically study into great MBA programs. So wherever you are in your life, fresh out of undergrad, 1 or 2 years working, maybe 10 years working, 15 years working, just know that if you have great experience, you articulate yourself well, do well in your GMAT, GRE, whatever it is, you can get into these top MBA programs and still do well. And number five is that there are alternative paths. So maybe you don't want to get an MBA, right? Maybe you want to do engineering. Maybe you want to get a certificate. Maybe you want to do online courses. A lot of times there are alternative paths to MBAs. So if you want to really kind of do a different career path, do a different role, and just say you probably won't get promoted, but you just need a PMP certificate, maybe that will be the best way for you. You don't always need a full-on master's degree in order to get to where you want to be in life. So take a look at all these alternative paths, right? Maybe you'll need to spend $200,000. Maybe you'll need to spend like $10,000 on a course or certificate to get wherever you want to be with your career. So sometimes that full-on master's isn't always what you need, and that's okay. A lot of people go into the MBA program and not know what they want to do, and then they graduate $200,000 in debt, and they're like, oh my God, I spent so much money. What do I do next? So take those things into account when you're looking into an MBA program. There's like a lot of great things that come from it, a lot of bad things that may come from it if you don't know what you're doing. So really do your best to figure out, is this path for me? Do I want this for my life? How can I make myself better after this program? Jello family, if you want to work with me, have some links down below. Book time with me, learn more about the MBA, learn more about how you can do well in business, get promoted in your career. Take a look at those links below. My name is Angelo Carlos. I also have some courses if you want to learn more about business, finance. Take a look at those links down below, as well as if you want to look into the MBA stuff, I have courses down below. Appreciate you, Jello family. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.